Where oceans once roared, now only silence answers. The sky is a canvas of purple and gray, with steam rising from seas turned dark and quiet. After the great war of the primordials, the world holds its breath, but this quiet is not empty. On a lonely cliff, a hero named Kale stands, looking out at a changed world. Mountains, born from ancient chaos, hold the stone giants, Rex, Magnus, and Tiamat, frozen in their final battle. Deep below, something is stirring. It's the heart of the world, a silent, powerful pulse that beats through the very ground Kale walks on. Beside him, his friend Mira works on a broken scanner, its small light a tiny star of hope in the gloom. The energy of the heart, once wild and dangerous, is now quiet, waiting. But Kale knows this piece is fragile. One wrong move, and the ancient terrors could awaken all over again. Kale and Mira walk through the ruins of a city once called New Gaia. It's a graveyard of dreams, where nature is slowly taking back what was lost. Sunlight, red and hazy, filters through the broken buildings, painting everything in shades of memory. Cities don't disappear overnight, and neither do the hopes of the people who built them. Underneath all this rubble, their stories are just sleeping, waiting for someone new to dream them back to life. Kale finds his way to a collapsed library. Among the dusty, forgotten scrolls, he discovers a journal left by a wise man named Father Lumo. The pages are faded, but the warning is clear. It speaks of a great cycle, of chaos that returns again and again, and of a special binding ritual needed to keep the world safe. To find the heart, they must go deeper. They descend into the pilgrim's tunnels, ancient pathways carved into the earth. The walls are covered in markings, prayers, scratched by people long ago, and glowing symbols that flicker with a strange light. It's in places like this, in the deep dark, that the greatest truths are found. As they journey onward, little sparks of light dance around them. These are luminous earth spirits, the guardians of the heart. They aren't friends, but they aren't enemies either. They are simply witnesses, watching Kale and Mira's every step, silently judging their courage. The path leads them to a vast underground temple, a cathedral of legends. The walls are covered in giant murals, telling the story of the gods, Tiamat and Rex, who were once worshipped, then feared, and are now silent. The legends speak of serpentine priests, who once protected the heart but couldn't stop destiny from running its course. Suddenly, ghostly figures appear before them. They are the Council of Shades, the spirits of ancestors, priests, and heroes from long ago. Their voices are like whispers on the wind, speaking in riddles of old prophecies. They warn that every cycle of chaos is haunted by a difficult choice, a choice between destruction and compassion. Only someone who carries both sorrow for the past and hope for the future can understand their words. From the cathedral, a giant mechanical lift groans as it carries them even deeper, down into the core of the planet. Here, the walls are made of living stone, glowing with veins of light that pulse like a giant heartbeat. This is the body of the world, alive and restless. Their path is blocked by puzzles and traps, tests of their strength and cleverness. They have to navigate shifting stone walls and see through illusions that show them visions of failure. But they press on because they know that destiny is not a gift. It's something you have to earn through sacrifice and resilience. Finally, they arrive. A vast hidden world opens up before them, the hollow Earth's cradle. Islands float in the air, rivers of glowing magma flow below, and giant statues of forgotten heroes stand guard. And there, in the center of it all, is the heart of the world. It glows with a faint, tired light, ancient and powerful, but faltering. This is the cradle of all life, the pulse that connects every story and every soul. But to reach it, Kale must face one last test. He must face the shadows within himself. Visions of his past regrets, of the friends he couldn't save, flood his mind. He sees a future where the world is in ruins all over again, and he realizes the cost of failure. He understands that to become a true guardian, a bridge between worlds, he must first forgive the world for its flaws, and more importantly, forgive himself. Myra too faces her own journey, her own hopes and fears, dreaming that the heart can heal more than just a broken land. As Kale steps into the heart sanctuary, ancient runes blaze to life on the stone floor. The air crackles with energy, and memories not just his own, but the world's rush into him. The legend of the primordials becomes clear. Tiamat and Rex Magnus were not always enemies. Long ago, they were one single being, but to create the world as we know it, that being had to split in two, creating the eternal balance of light and dark, chaos and order. This division created the cycle of suffering and hope that has defined the world ever since. Kale feels a powerful energy surge through him, becoming an echo of that first creation. He is the chosen guardian, filled with the memories of the past and the compassion needed for the future. The energy is overwhelming, forming patterns like scales and runes on his skin. It's a painful transformation, but when it's over, he is changed. His heartbeat now matches the rhythm of the world, a pulse that belongs to both gods and mortals. The sanctuary grows quiet. Above ground, thunder rumbles, a sign that the storm is not over. Kale and Mira, exhausted but resolute, rest. They know their lives are now tied to the fate of the world. They take a moment to write down their story, leaving warnings and memories for those who will come after them. Because a true legacy isn't about fighting battles, it's about sharing the wisdom you've gained. The surviving priests and the luminous guardians of the heart gather, their whispers filling the ancient halls. They debate the future. Should the next cycle be guided by sacrifice, or can it be healed with forgiveness? Kale now knows the answer. Losing mercy is the same as abandoning hope. To guide the world, he must hold on to the power of empathy, no matter what. Kale stands on the cliff once more, but he is not the same person who stood there before. Mira is by his side, a silent promise of support. The world trembles, not with fear, but with anticipation. The balance is shifting. Lightning cracks across the sky, and for a split second it illuminates the frozen eyes of the stone Tiamat. It's as if the statue remembers, as if the gods are dreaming again. The end of one story is always the beginning of another. Not even gods can escape the great wheel of destiny. Kale accepts his role. He will be the keeper of the heart, the teacher of mercy in an age of wrath. As he looks out at the horizon, a faint shimmer of scales fades from his hand. It's a promise to remind the world, and its powerful makers, what it truly means to be human. Beneath the skin of the world, the heart waits, dreaming of a time when all things will be in harmony. Between gods and mortals, there is a single rhythm, a cycle of fury and forgiveness. The world takes a breath, the heart waits. And the story of destiny is now carried in the quiet resolve of a hero who bridges worlds. Thanks for watching our adventure unfold. If you want to see what happens next in the Fall of the Dragon, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. We'll see you in the next chapter.